Would you look at that? Mesa Heirloom's coming out in like a month, and I need platinum to be able to buy it. They're usually about 400 platinum, which if you looked at how much I have in the top right of the screen, it might look like I already have enough. But if you, at the same time, look at the top left of the screen, ignore the Prisma Tetra, I'm leveling things up that I just got recently. That's an old username. So the first thing I gotta do is fix that. Alright, just tried. Apparently it's fucking taken. Who the fuck on earth would use this username other than me? But I'll make it something that still works. Okay, yay, there we go. I just added the its at the beginning. I could have done a third eye, but I quite often do a third eye when the username is taken. But I figured, hey, that's my Twitch username anyway, for now. Might as well make it this one, since the normal was taken. But, you know, 257 platinum. Which means it's time to go farming. There are plenty of ways to farm platinum in this game, but my personal one is just to open relics. Yeah, for some reason, changing your username resets the sound settings in the game, I guess. Do not know why it does that. Anyway, there happens to be a Steel Path Conjunction Survival open up right now, and a Void Cascade as well, which means I'm actually going to go for the Void Cascade, because even though I don't have a mod drop chance booster, that can also get me quite a few arcanes. That's not Steel Path. It reset me out of Steel Path as well. I'm going to go for the Void Cascade then. If that were Steel Path, I would have stuck to the Void Cascade, because that could get me arcanes. I need to farm a lot of arcanes, so the next time that a relic pops up there and I'm logged in, or at least you know someone tells me, I will hop over to that for arcanes. But for now, Conjunction Survival. I have so many relics and I don't know what's worth what. I don't have very many void traces, so I'm not going to use things that I really want the rares for. For example, Varuna parts. Okay, I already have these Varuna parts, but imagine I had some Lith N19s. I wouldn't be doing those right now. I still haven't finished farming Varuna. I don't care enough about playing Varuna to grind out her prime early, but I will make sure to get it one of these days. But I could probably find out, oh, this relic is the best one, price per run to get me the most platinum. But since I only need 143, I'm just gonna run kind of whatever I have that is unvaulted. That's vaulted, so let's not run that. Perhaps D7s? No. G3s? No. That makes sense because we're all the way up to G14. That's probably what I'm gonna run then. I do already have Gyre Prime, so that's something I can run to, let's be honest, leech off other players. I'll keep a running tally of approximately how much all these things are worth. Somewhere on the screen, that's for sure. It'll start once I get one item. I'm not going to have just a 0 on there for now. Let's begin. Also, like I said, I don't know what relics are worth the most. I also don't know which items from these drops are going to be worth the most. And I do know that there are plenty, at least 2 programs that can do that for you. But one of them, why am I so zoomed in? Oh, does it reset all my settings? But one of those, it does. There we go. It also turned motion blur on. We're going to go through a bunch of settings first, and then I'll continue my sentence. Okay, there we go. Fixed some of my settings. Didn't take a ton of time. You can see how long it took on the left there. But there are a couple of programs, at least 2, that allow you to see the price of items that just dropped from relics. But one of them, I don't remember the name of it, but it doesn't work that well. It requires it does it does it through screen reading, and it quite often messes up. And then the other one is Overwolf, which is, and I'm not joking, this isn't some some meme where I'm oh, no, it's literally Israeli spyware. Please, if you have Overwolf installed, it's convenient, but it's not worth it. Uninstall that shit. But that means that I'll just be taking the most rare item that shows up, or items that I don't have. I'll be putting everything into a platinum tally, but there's a good chance that I won't necessarily actually be selling everything that I get here, because some stuff might be useful for me. On top of that, there are also plenty of other items I already have in my inventory. Oh, that's not how you go. Yeah, the Rhino Prime Blueprint's what I'm going to go for there, I think. I get the feeling that that cuts a lot of time out of this search, or this farm. Rhino Prime Blueprint is 20 platinum. Person is going down quite a bit. Oh, they're back. Run over to everyone. Who are they playing? This is not how to go over to everyone. Is that Harrow? Bobbin. I can't identify Warframes by little mini portraits. I can... Saren. I know Saren. That's easy, but I would not have been able to identify that Nidus either. I would have said that's like Ureli with a fucked up helmet. I still need to find a primary weapon that I like. Preferably something that does really good single target for enemies that can't be targeted by the regulators, which is mostly like bosses and objects. Objects like the Holvania tanks and bosses like the Holvania tank. Lavos Prime Neuroptics. That's adding another 5 platinum. Apparently, getting that good single target primary would also be good for violence. To be fair, it doesn't have to be a single target primary. I could just do something like the Latum. Valkyr systems are worth like 18.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I will say it's you know, capture is much less of a good mission type for Mesa. Speaking of Mesa, Mesa Prime chassis, another like 10 platinum. I also just realized something, a setting that I did not fix. Check this out. Okay, game's got to load first. Check this out. Mute when running in the background. No thanks. I actually would like for it to be on even when I do this. I clicked over to my other monitor. That's also good. Good to know that voice is off by default. The other nice thing about doing capture missions... What the fuck? Why did I say capture like that? Capture missions? But the other nice thing about doing capture missions is that I don't necessarily feel the need to be constantly talking. You'll notice that I am currently talking, but since the missions are short, I don't feel like there's, you know, up to 5 minutes per relic of just standing around with nothing happening. Straight up thought that this person's pet was a slur. Definitely thought that they should not be naming their pet that. How would you like... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, how would you like to shake my hand? But how does the Estral Blueprint go for? That's another one of them, like 5s or something. I'll just take it. Add it to the total as 5. You want to know something interesting about Mesa? I'm not sure if this is still the case. It may have been patched. But on Warframe, mobile, perhaps always, but definitely if you have the Mesa's Waltz Augment equipped, you can jump. Not bullet jump, not, you know, jump and move, but jump straight up and down while in Mesa's 4. I don't play on mobile very much, so I don't know if this has been fixed, but it was just something interesting I noticed. Estral Prime Grip. That is 12 platinum. Yeah, sometimes you get this. I'll grab the... I already have 2 of those, so I don't even really need it. I'll grab this, actually. Give this person 5 ducats. But, I mean, how much does a Bratton Prime barrel go for? Yeah, that's, that is 3 plat. I mean, I'll add it. Well, it's tomorrow. my hard drive filled up, so I went to sleep. It was getting late, but we're back. More missions. I'm gonna be honest with you. I completely forget how much plat I was at. I want to say it was like 72 or something like that. It'll still, I mean, it's not like it's gonna change anything on screen for you. This dude has refused to get in the elevator for going on 90 seconds now. I guess that's just what you expect from Titania players. The Taff Prime Barrel is another 3 platinum. Would you like to shake my hand? I mean, I know that the Epitaph Prime Barrel is only 3, but that's still 3 I get to add to the list. Either you want to shake my hand? Maybe. They canceled an emote. No, they just canceled it for fun, I guess. Oh, they're too far away. No, oh no! I'll take the Nova Prime Neuroptics. So close, I almost got a handshake. Nova Prime Neuroptics. Oh my! Those go for 15 plat.
Complete.
I knew it. I was thinking like halfway through this mission, I was like, I think this is the same Nova, I can get a handshake, and I did. Take that Titania Prime Blueprint. Titania Prime Blueprints are selling for, let's call that 12. Gotta take a quick pit stop real fast. Plenty of things I could buy here, but I've just been slowly working my way through getting all of the augment mods that I can. If you want to shake my hand real quick. I guess I'm not really standing in a very handshakeable position, but... Ak Bronco Prime Link. That goes for 3 plat. How would you like a handshake? Octavia Neuroptics. I already know the Epitaph barrels aren't worth much. Octavia Prime Neuroptics are at least worth 5 plat. Can't wait for this video to take so long to make, even though it should only take 2 days. The prices change wildly. And the only reason it's going to take 2 days is because I started at like 11 p.m. last night. Offering up free handshakes for anyone who meets me in a mission. And, you know, one caveat is I have to be paying attention to the screen, which with Warframe is like a 50-50 chance. Children Prime Neuroptic. Those go for, call it 6. And the Cobra and Crane goes for less. Oops, I accidentally forgot to record this one. I got a Trumna Prime Barrel, which is another 10 platinum. I also made a funny joke. Okay, I made a really bad joke, but I laughed, so you're just gonna have to stick with me on this one. You know how on some Corpus missions, I believe Corpus ship missions, there's like the cargo boxes that slide along? I got hit by one of those and got knocked over and said, I just got hit by a cargo box. And then I paused for a couple seconds, comedic timing, you know, and then said, which is weird, because usually cars go on the road. Maybe it was a good thing I didn't record that. Doesn't it look like that ship, that small one on the left, is supposed to be behind the one that refuses to join in? Oh, turns out I just had to yell at them for not joining in, and they start dancing with us. How would you like to shake my hand? I'll take the Sevagoth Prime chassis. That... Oh! That's 20 plat, and you know what that means. I do believe that that brings me over my final amount of platinum that I need, assuming these things all sell for the prices that I have been calculating them as. But, well, I gotta get selling, don't I? Okay. So, I have just spent the past, like, 15-20 minutes listing a bunch of stuff, including most of the stuff that I just farmed, and now we are going to sell it. Now, how I personally choose to do this is, rather than sitting in missions and potentially not responding in time, I just come to my dojo and sit down and go do something else. So, that's what I'm going to do. I am now setting myself to online on warframe.market, not sponsored, not affiliated, nothing. In fact, I'm actually setting myself to online in-game. And now I'm just going to wait for, hopefully, people to buy stuff from me. Of course, you know, in-game, I'm just going to be sitting here. But in real life, I'm going to be doing Other stuff. That did, by the way, include mods. Mods tend to sell really well. Quite often I get stuff like this where it's like a little burst of sales. Wait, 2 trades at once? Is it my fucking birthday? Thank you. Back over to this one. Thank you. Very customary. Always thank the people who actually buy stuff from you. You don't have to thank someone who doesn't accept your invite. I'm not mad. Why would you think I'm mad? Someone who had just purchased something from me also wanted something else. And that puts me above where I need to be. I'm going to keep selling for a little bit because stuff's still going fast. I was planning on doing, so I'm going to. I haven't yet, obviously. I'm recording this, not editing it. But last time I did a video about selling stuff in Warframe, I did a little joke where in the bottom corner I had, you know, just a bunch of other, like, games and whatnot during all the waiting time for the trades. But this time there was a sum total of, like, 1.5 minutes of waiting time at the beginning. So I'll still put one game there of some sort. But, this time, oh, I forgot to say thank you to this person. I guess I'm going to sit here a little bit longer and trade a little bit longer, but if no trades come in for like 5 minutes, then the video is just going to like end right now.